Welcome to Acting Out Season 2. Somehow we were able to get renewed, but in order to do so, we had to cut our cable and go into the World Wide Web, Nick.
Oh, I'm so ready to cut this cable. It's going to be great. We're cutting it right now.
What are you talking about, Nick? Why do you have a pair of scissors and why do you have a cord?
I thought we were cutting cords today.
We are cutting our cable, but we're not cutting it like that.
Oh, well, what am I supposed to do with these scissors?
Well, Nick, we're just explaining that we switched platforms.
Oh, well, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we're not doing origami with like cables or anything today, so.
Well, I didn't sign up for arts and crafts. I signed up for comedy.
Well, the good news is we're still doing comedy. We're just doing it on a new platform.
Oh, and what may that be?
We're going to be part of an online exclusive for WTOP 10.
Oh, okay. I get that now.
Yeah, I mean, why don't we kick things off with our first sketch of Season 2?
Now, how about you take the lead on that one?
Not a problem, Nick, not a problem. We've all seen a nature documentary once or twice in our lives, and we know how dangerous it can be. We followed a wildlife expert into the United States to cover the most entertaining of them all. Acting Out presents College Wildlife.
How's it going, folks? I'm Noah Savage, and this is another episode of Observation Wild. Today's episode is a special one. We're going to be studying some of the most dangerous creatures in the United States. Now, if these creatures are provoked, they can cause thousands and thousands of dollars in property damages. Now, of course, I'm talking about college students. Now, they're not always the most dangerous of the bunch, but given the right opportunity, you better watch yourself. Come on, then. Start off our trip, we're going to be taking a look at the lowest of the food chain and the easiest to trick into shenanigans. Of course, I'm talking about the college freshman. Oh, blimey, look here. We can already see that she's loaded with work and is already overstressed. And it's only syllabus week. Watch and observe.
Biology due tomorrow. My first history paper. And to top it all off, I have drama practice tomorrow.
There, it's okay. You don't need to worry. Do you mind turning and looking at the camera and crying for me? That's okay. Oh! Turn it off! Oh, turn it off! Oh. Bloody hell! Looks like we've ran into a jock practice. Now, jocks are some of the most dangerous ones on the college campus, as they're somehow able to fit in college work and a healthy lifestyle at the same time. Let's get a closer look.
One. Yo, Jack!
Hurry! Yeah, Brad?
You ready for the big game on Saturday?
I'm ready for the big game, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're not like Chester. All he does is leg day for hockey.
Yeah, Chester's an idiot. He's a fool. I hate Chester.
I miss Chester, though.
No,
All right, then. High five it up, brother.
Yeah. What in the name of the Lord?
Get him!
Oh, no.
Get him! You're gonna get
I'm okay.
Shh! Let's get a closer look. Now look at these beauties. These are college girls in their natural habitat. Now, unlike the freshmen, these girls are confident and they don't take flag for. No, here.
No, is that you? No. We can hear you. Me and Rachel. Come on over. I'm sure she won't overreact.
Son of a First you won't stop texting me and now this?
I could really explain.
Oh yeah, you can really explain. Explain why my little sister's in your DMs
can really
Snap.
explain.
And why you're stalking my little and my new boyfriend. Explain that.
I can honestly explain.
I'm gonna give you 5-second head start.
I can really explain.
1, 2,
I can really.
3,
I can.
4, 5.
And so, another expedition takes a wild turn. Nature is unpredictable and can go from smooth sailing to rough waters. I'm Noah Savage, and tune in next time as I go into more American wildlife in Observation Wild.
Welcome back to Acting Out. You just saw College Wildlife, and Nick, what'd you think of the skit?
Oh, I thought it was a really funny skit. Just a really hilarious take on some of the cliques that can form here in college. And you know what, Zach? I think you really pulled off the jock look. I think you might want to go with that as your style from now on.
Just like all the time, wear the shorts and the tank top throughout winter.
Oh,
here
don't
in
forget the
Oswego.
headband.
Don't forget the headband. That's the thing that
Yeah.
keeps us warm at night. And actually, this script idea was inspired by a Facebook post I had a few years ago,
Yeah.
walking to class and stuff.
It's almost, I mean, if you read it, it's almost perfect. I mean, it's like you're a psychic or something.
I know. I mean, like that's just how it goes sometimes when you write comedy. It's like it just comes all together, like the Avengers or something.
Yeah.
So
Even 2 years ago. I mean,
even a couple years ago.
how about
yeah.
that ending? Little callback to Ace Ventura when Nathan
I know.
calls?
I love Ace Ventura. I watched that movie a lot growing up, so there's a little inspiration in there from
Yeah,
that. So.
just a little bit. Good stuff.
All right, well, let's not dwell too much on the past. We're going to come up with a sketch that might be a little familiar to some of our fans. Nick, you want to take the lead on this?
Oh, I sure can. Well, we've all felt a little angry about how life is going, whether that may be our fault or not. So we decided to check up on a former therapist and his forced change in careers. Acting Out presents Road Rage from an Ex-Therapist.
I'm Joseph Baker, and I am a yoga instructor. Well, I used to be known as Dr. Joseph Baker, but some recent events have caused me to become known as Yoga Master Joseph Baker. Well, after the court case, I lost my practice, and they took away my license, and, you know, just everything I went through, it forced me to take a really, really hard look at my life and just try to figure out things. Well, after that, I went and I followed my passion. I became the yoga instructor. And I do everyday yoga for everyday people. And to be an everyday person and to do everyday yoga, you need your everyday clothes. Because all this anger you get and you build up during the day, it absorbs into the fibers of your clothes. And the only way to get that out is to wear it while you're doing the yoga. It's like, you know, like they used to say, like you chew gum when you're on a test and you remember what the questions are. You wear the clothes you wear when you're angry. You're gonna feel angry and get rid of it better doing my yoga.
Today's the day I get that driver's license back. I tell you what, I've been preparing all week. I've been watching footage. I've been testing my skills, looking up to the racing gods to give me some guidance so I can drive it around there and get that license. You know, if this little yellow feller can get this license, I can do it too.
You know, SpongeBob didn't really get his license, right?
Well, an old trick my uncle taught me is to sleep in the helmet before you drive the next day. It's good luck. So we're gonna hit the hay here in the helmet and everything. Here we go. Let's do this.
Hello. All right.
It's gonna be great. We got this. Here we go. How you doing?
Good.
Thomas Black.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, I'm ready to do this.
Okay, well, you can take off whenever you're ready.
Oh, hold on one second. I need the proper gear. Yes. Yeah. Check this out. Oh, a little tight in here. We're gonna do this the right way. Here we go. Are you ready?
Mr. Black, whenever you're ready, we can go.
You know, being assaulted by that crazy doctor, whatever. Oh my God, that was the worst day of my life. But you know, there was a good thing about it though. He and my lawyers came together, and we kind of compromised on what I would call a win-win situation. He lost his license, and yet I got a significantly sized settlement in exchange for him not going to jail or some sort of mental hospital, for all I know. You know what? What is he doing now? I don't know.
So do you think you'll ever have an outburst like you did last time with any of your yoga classes?
Well, I don't think outside the class there'll be something like that. I mean, the class is an outburst. You get it out there and you release that tension. And once on the street afterwards, I'm fine. This is the happiest I've been in years. You know, I think I've finally forgiven him.
The guy that you hit?
The man who stepped in front of me and caused me to unintentionally hit him and lose my doctorship, my practice, and made my dog so ashamed of me he ran off to the neighbors. But yes, I think I've finally come to terms with what's happened, you know. I mean, I lost everything. I didn't have anything left, foreign media included. But I've discovered a new strength from within, from yoga. That's why they call me Yogi Baker now. And it's given me this feeling of life and bravado and just wholeness that I don't think most people get to feel in their life. And I'm very thankful for that. It was a blessing in disguise, really, really. I'm a changed man. And I've learned things that I never thought I'd learn in this life, but here I am, hanging on every day. You know, it's just day by day, step by step. Nothing else to it. Oh my God, he's gonna get hit.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
Oh, dude, you just saved my life.
Well, it's no.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just need to de-stress. No!
How was that? I bet you've never seen anybody thread the needle like I did back there.
I don't know if I'd exactly call that threading the needle.
Oh, it definitely was. I learned that playing all my practice. Oh, it was awesome. I tapped that garbage can sliding around the turn. That was awesome. I won today.
Mr. Black, I hate to tell you, but you in fact did not win today.
What?
You failed your test.
I don't know about
Very,
that.
very miserably.
I mean, that looks like a good time to me. Were you timing that? I mean, I was hoping we would get a time on that, so I could tell the boys.
I'll see you in a month, Mr. Black.
I mean, that was a good lap time. I don't know what else I have to do. I see this as a win.
Well, the case is over, but I was sentenced to 25 years with no parole. Yeah, a lot of time to practice yoga.
I couldn't get it done today. That lady, she doesn't know what good driving is. I'll have to try again. But the year's still young, you know.
And cut.
Man, I wish I could have got that. I've been going from state to state, you know.
Wait, how many times have you done the driver's test?
Well, I've been doing it since I was 10 years old.
That's not like how many times this year?
Well, 37.
37?
Yeah.
Man, that's a high number.
People they don't understand what good driving is.
Good thing we stopped recording, right?
Yeah.
All right, you're good to go. Welcome back to Acting Out. You just watched Road Rage from an ex-therapist. Nick starred in this skit as Thomas Black, the wannabe race car driver. Nick, how'd you feel about getting back into that character again?
Oh, Zach, it was nice to get back in the driver's seat.
Oh, no. Why would you make that pun?
Well, the opportunity presented itself.
I
We're on a
guess so.
comedy show, Zach.
We are a comedy show, but we're not a bad pun show.
Oh, man. Come on. That was great. You know it.
Anyways, what about the character again? What was it like getting back into that character?
Well, it was fun. It's always fun to get back into Thomas Black because you get to do a different accent. Basically, I'm a real race car fan, racing fan, whatever you want to call it. So basically, it's inspired by stereotypes that race fans get. I mean, I live near Watkins Glen, so I'm a race fan. I go to the track all the time. So I see all the stereotypes that people think about race car fans and everything. So I just put that into Thomas Black, and he ended up being a really fun character to play.
So you kind of just embodied that whole spirit of like the stereotypes of race car
Exactly,
fan.
exactly.
All right, so how did you feel about everybody else's performance in the sketch as well? I mean, we had Pete come back as Joseph Baker, we had Kyle come back as a victim, we had a whole bunch of people filming for yoga people and stuff, and the driving instructor too, played by Hannah, so.
Well, it's just funny to see where Pete's character goes, Joseph Baker, and I mean, everybody goes along so well with it, and it's just funny because we have a script, but we basically improv a lot, and we're really laughing all the time behind the scenes, so it's fun.
Literally, we get a script. I write the script, me and Mike wrote the script, and we read it, and there's just some parts that like Pete would say something way funnier than I read, and I'm like, all right. Besides that, Nick, what was your favorite part about the whole thing from like start to finish? You know, what was your whole favorite part?
Well, I just loved getting the race car helmet on and driving my car around, even with a bad muffler at the time. So it really made it worth it. It was fun. It sounded really good. Yep, bad muffler.
You know, I did notice that. You did mention that to me. It's like, hey, we're about to start. I got a bad muffler going.
It was perfect.
All right, and that's going to do it for today for Acting Out. Thank you, Nick, for coming on to the show and talking about the sketches and stuff. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to W2P10 on YouTube. Also, make sure to follow Acting Out on all of our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care now.